What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. People, in today's video, we want to pay homage or homage to Africa's first mega superstar the world has ever seen. Guys, this is huge. This is big. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. I know this is going to spark a lot of debate, but hey, you know how it is. We got to speak truth to power. Holla. People, this is huge. This is huge. When you get American people, British people, Chinese people, Indian people, these are like the biggest music markets in the world, right? Because once you've made it, and remember that if you get a cosign, I'm not talking from artists, I'm talking about ordinary fans, people that actually buy the music, people that actually stream the music. If you get a cosign from people as far afield as China, and your name is consistently on the internet for music related content, not for relationships, not for scandalous stuff, not for relevance, but for music, specifically music. Now, when I tell you that this artist is undoubtedly Gen Z's Beyonce, this generation's Beyonce, and when you hear record labels consistently comparing this artist to Rihanna, to Beyonce, to global superstars. Now I'm talking mega superstars. Right? What most people don't understand when we talk about music, that there's different levels in music for fame and success, right? So let's break it down. Wizkid is by far the most decorated, awarded African artist in history. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Wizkid has 158 awards to his name. That's huge. That is massive. I mean, you cannot take that away from Wizkid. He's been at it ever since, what, I think 2011, 2013, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, these people like Burna Boy, Davido, Angelique Kidjo, Salif Keita, um, hey, Fela Kuti. I mean, global superstars, Shatawale, Stoneboy, Ira Star, Thames, Brenda Fassie, um, Yuma Sekela, um, Miriam Makeba. Dude, there's all of them to Guzzi. There's dude, we can name a lot of artists from different countries. There are country icons in the native lands, right? So this is the level I'm talking about. There are people who are famous in their countries that we don't even know of, but they are national treasures in their countries. One such national treasure that I can talk about is Vibes Cartel, right? He's a national treasure in Jamaica. But globally, nah. A lot of people tell you that nah, they don't see him in the same light as Jamaicans see him, right? Okay, that's one way. So that's national treasure, right? Levels of fame, right? National. Then we go to regional, where someone is big in West Africa. Like, for example, I always give this example, and people always wonder, argue with me, but regional, the regional, someone as big as Fela Kuti. Fela Kuti was big in West Africa. Not to say he wasn't known throughout Africa, but his impact was felt more in West Africa because Fela was an activist. He may have started off as a musician, but he ended up being an activist through his music, right? So he was big regionally. So West Africa, he was massive in West Africa. A lot of people are going to debate me on this. And I'm not saying he was not known around the world, global. I'm not saying that. What I'm simply saying is his impact was much more felt in Nigeria and in West Africa than in any other part of the globe. If you were deeply and highly into music, like if you were a student of music and you really loved all kinds, all sounds, then you would have known the impact that Fela had just on the music world, not just in the on the western part of Africa, but like in the music world, just the type of music he made and the messaging he had in his music. But if you're a student of music, if you if you just like hip hop, you won't know who Fela is. You wouldn't care, right? But unlike you, like I'm saying, if you're a student, you would have known what Fela is and who Fela is and what it was all about. That's regional. So we said there's national, there's regional, right? Then we get this continental superstars. These are like now your Acorn, your Burner Boys, your Wizkids, your Raymans, your Ira Stars, who else? Your Stone Boys, your Shatawales, right? These people are known on the continent and worldwide too, to a degree. You know what I mean? That's continental. Then there are people that surpass you, that surpass that superstar status, that are known globally, right? Now, when we talk about global superstars, this is the era of where you are known from the east to the west, from the north to the south of the globe. And not many have achieved that level of status. Even though they are known in parts of the world, they are not known to a degree that other people are known. So this is the level of Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Rihanna, Shabba Ranks. There's a certain class of people that enter that realm, and not many have done that, right? People want to talk about award shows. Like they think because you won 100 Grammys that you're a global superstar. No. You see, you could win 100 Grammys in rap and hip hop. There are people that listen to country, they don't know who you are. There are people that listen to this, they don't know who you are, right? People, when you are a crossover sensation that people from other cultures now pay attention to who you are, not just because of your music, but of your style, your sense, your fashion, every moves you make, then you have now entered the realm of, told you, Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Ashwarya Rai, said Shabba Ranks, right? Um, who else do we have in that category? On get megastars. Megastars. Where am I living on? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of iconic. There's this guy. I think it's from South Korea. His name was Psy. That, even if you didn't know this guy, Psy, you you were forced to know Psy because of Gangnam Style. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, dude, this Bob Marley. I mean, that level of mega stardom, and Bob Marley didn't even win a Grammy Award. Can you believe that? But he was a mega star, known worldwide. He was not just a treasure to Jamaica, but he was a global star that didn't even win an award. Now, do you see that awards don't mean or don't limit or don't justify your level of stardom or your level of success? It's just an ode to say, yes, we recognize you. Yes, we see you. So many people have won awards, they don't even know who those people are. Impact. Guys, you get Eminem. you have Tupac. These people are on a level that you just, you know, Chris Brown. His career, I think his career would have. He has a big career, has a huge career. But that incident with Rihanna is what made it take a dip, right? So Chris Brown is a global sensation. He's a megastar. But because of that one incident, he doesn't quite. But even though we all know him, but a lot of people don't see him in that light as, yes, they acknowledge the dance, they acknowledge it. But when just that one incident with Rihanna is just what puts a damper on his career. So he doesn't hit that height that he's supposed to. So the artist of the day that I'm talking about right now is none other than Tyler. Now, a lot of people are going to come from this comment section and say, "Oh, but she's just a startup, and she's just this, and she's just new. She just came out of nowhere." And I totally don't agree. You see, a lot of people have now compared with American people. I'm talking about American fans. I'm talking about American musicians, American artists, American. If they now are saying that Tyler is now officially Gen Z's Beyonce. Guys, this is huge. This is huge. You are being compared to the millennials' biggest star. You are now Gen Z's equivalent to that. Now I may ask you a question. Okay, Wizkid is who? Who is Wizkid of this generation? Or he's the what? What? You can't compare. You can't say Wizkid is this generation's Tupac. You can't say Wizkid is this generation's Michael Jackson. You can't say Wizkid is this generation's. I don't know. You can't. You can't say the same for Davido. You can't say the same for Burna Boy. You can't say the same for any other artist. That for his generation, he is the, because you can't compare them to any global artist. It never happened. This is the first time Tyler is being compared to megastars. They're saying now Tyler is officially this generation's Beyonce as things stand. Can you argue with that? I mean, if you okay, let's just be honest. Ever since Tyler hit the scene with Water, have you ever turned on your phones and not seen Tyler anywhere? Okay, when did they say? Okay, they say Burna Boy is Africa's biggest superstar at the moment, right? Cool. Is Burna Boy on every feed of yours? No. What's Burna Boy in the headlines for the moment? His relationship, because he was dating or cheating or something. It's a scandalous thing. It's not his music, right? That's the one thing. Now we're talking facts, right? Tyler she's just knocking out remixes. She's knocking out new hits. It's just her fashion sense and her music. It's all interrelated. It's got nothing to do with scandalous behavior. No, it's all musically related. Now people are going to argue with me that you can't compare Tyler to Beyonce because Beyonce's been at it for like 30 plus years or 25 plus years and Tyler's just starting off now. Of course, we're not comparing her industrious career to Tyler's just now starting career. We're not comparing that. We are looking at the impact that she's having at the start of her career. Beyonce at Tyler's age didn't even have that impact as a solo artist, right? She was still a Destiny's Child, right? So by the time Beyonce broke up in a solo, right? She took off like a mega superstar because she had already built her name within the group, right? So would it be wrong to say officially now that Tyler is now officially in that class of mega superstar that no other African artist before her has achieved? She is the first solo artist to reach 1 billion streams on Spotify. Solo artist. We are not talking features here. Yes, I know other African artists have 1 billion views, but they featured with other American, British, you name other artists for them to get to 1 billion. But she's the first solo act to do that on her own. Billion. Guys, come on, that is huge. Now you can hate in the comments, but the facts show that Tyla, in this short career of hers, has done stuff, things, reached heights that no other person has done on the African continent as an artist. Right? That's one. You'll be looking at that as from the musical aspect. Let's just look at the rooms that Tyla is entering. People, there's a lady in the fashion world that's regarded as the goddess, the uh, woman in the fashion industry. And her name is Anna Wintour. Now, if you know anything about Anna Wintour, you will know that not anybody gets to sit next to her at a fashion week, at any fashion show. Anna Wintour only sits at the creme. Well, Anna Wintour only gets the creme de la creme to sit next to her in most cases. Kim Kardashian got to sit next to Anna Wintour, but you know how that came about? Because of Kanye West. Because Kanye West at the time, he was the creme de la creme, and you couldn't argue, right? People are going to say to me, Era Star is a star. Yes, she's also world famous. She's got. Yes, I said to you, there's levels to the success. There's levels to fame, right? I just said now, there's Michael Jackson, there's Beyonce, there's Tupac, there's Bob Marley level, there's Shabba Ranks level, there's who else level? Uh, yeah, Ashwarya Rai. Ashwarya Rai. My goodness. There's a certain class of people that their stature, just their names alone, just their names alone, open almost all doors. And Tyler has now gotten to that level at just 23 years old. Right. Now we get down to the, remember I said this mega level? Now there's superstars. Superstars are now your Akon, your Shaggy, your Vibes Cartel, your Sabrina Carpenter, your Rihanna's, your, who else is there? Jennifer Hudson. Who else is there? Ciara. Your, oh, in the mega superstar, I was actually leaving out Mariah Carey. Oh, there's a whole lot of people. Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. Those are mega superstars. You know what I mean? And Tyler has reached that level. Guys, that's what I'm saying. It's huge because now Tyler has done the unthinkable in such a short space of time. And that has really catapulted Africa. That has really put Africa on the map, right? So we no longer can compare a Rasta to Tyler, as that has been always the case up until now. No more. We can't. There's no Nigerian artist that can compare to Tyler. There's no other continental artist that can compare to Tyler now. They may have won more awards because of the industrious careers that they have over the years. Like I'm saying, you can't compare Whiskey that's been in the game for way, way long. You know what I mean? You can't compare. She's just a startup now, right? But the impact that she's had, it's well beyond anything imaginable. No one saw it coming. We didn't even see it coming. So that's huge. As we speak now, there's a Malian singer by the name, I think her name is it Nia something? Nia something, or is it Maya something? She's got 1 billion views of a song, but she's from Mali. She's a singer, right? That's 1 billion views on YouTube. And no one is making a big thing about it because YouTube is not Spotify. Record labels associated with Spotify, and they blow up Spotify so much, even though Spotify pays something like 0.0006 or 1 cent for a stream. Spotify is a big thing. If you're not big on Spotify, you're not big. You're big on YouTube, but like Mr. Beast got 367 billion subscribers. No one speaks about that. Everyone, if you're musically inclined, everybody's speaking about Spotify streams more than YouTube views. You can have a billion views on YouTube and it means something, but it doesn't quite mean the same when it comes to Spotify billion streams. If you have a billion streams on Spotify, you seem to be more important than having a billion streams on YouTube. Same song, audio, video, both a billion, but they focus more on the Spotify than on the YouTube. So do you see what I mean? So just because water has now reached the 1 billion mark, that has just catapulted Tyler into the stratosphere. No African artist has done that yet. So are we wrong to now compare, or are these people wrong to compare Tyler to Beyonce now? Or not comparing her to Beyonce, but more like calling her the Beyonce of her generation? Are they wrong? You be the judge. Next, we get into the pros of being the Beyonce of her generation. Holla. People, am I biased because I'm South African? Am I biased because I'm colored? Am I am I biased because I'm African? You see, a lot of people are going to say that I'm talking rubbish, but you can do the research yourself and you can see that what I'm speaking is truth. I am not comparing Tyler to anybody. I'm not. What I'm simply doing is saying, for her generation, she is the Beyonce. Just like how Destiny's Child is regarded as the best ever female group to ever do it. That title first went to TLC. Destiny's Child blew them out of the water, and Destiny's Child became the best female group of all time. This generation, Gen Z's generation, do you know who that title is going to now? A group called Flow from the UK. They are arguably this generation's Destiny's Child. Now, are people wrong to claim, to say those things? They are not comparing the two groups, but they're just looking at the impact the group and the individuals of this generation are having. They're not comparing the two. You cannot compare someone who's been in the game for 25, 30 years. You cannot compare someone who's just starting up now or a group that's just starting up now to a group that's been in the game for 10, 15, 20 years. It's just not on. You cannot, Jamaicans cannot compare Vibes Cartel to Bob Marley. Because first thing first, that's reggae music and that's dancehall music. It's two different genres. You cannot compare the two, right? But still they do. The impact Bob Marley had, and how long was Bob Marley in the game before he died? Right? Bob Marley started singing, I think, in the 70s, and his music lives on to this very day. If I'm not mistaken, Bob Marley died in 1981, but ever since Bob Marley died, his I think his album Legend, if I'm not mistaken, has been at the number one spot for the longest time on Billboard reggae charts. I think it moved just once, was knocked off just once. But ever since Bob Marley's late, dude, it's just mind blowing. How do you can't compare that type of legacy to someone who's still actively, your catalog can still be relevant to this very day. But for some reason, when you die, your catalog becomes so invaluable that during your lifetime, you don't even get to, very few people get to see the actual appreciation. Michael Jackson didn't even live to see his posthumous appreciation. I mean, when Michael Jackson was living, he was in the later part of his years. He was basically out of the spotlight and had trouble with monies, and according to the newspapers, anyway, rumors. He was financially broke. He had to move out of his mega mansion. It wasn't anything about his music anymore. But when he died, all of a sudden, music sales shut up. Everything shut up. Everything was just about Michael Jackson now. Do you see what I'm saying? You cannot compare legacy people to people who are currently active. It just doesn't make sense. So we are not comparing Beyonce to Tyler. We are not comparing Flo to Destiny's Child. We are saying for this generation, this is the Beyonce, and this is the Destiny's Child of this current generation. So pros of Tyler being the Beyonce of Gen Z, right? Number one, it brings the spotlight onto Africa. They never saw it coming. They didn't ever think that Africa would be on a global stage with a mega superstar. Two, an African artist has finally entered that realm of mega superstardom that they've never seen. We touched it with Akon. We just didn't quite break through. We just there, just there. There were rooms that Akon himself couldn't get in, that Tyler is now getting in. That is what I'm saying. You see, so certain magazines, Tyler's now making the cover of, guys, you just don't understand the level of superstardom I'm talking about. People just think fame is fame. Oh, this guy, oh, that girl, she's big there, she's big there, she's right. Dude, that's on music charts. Take that other thing into certain rooms, into certain magazines. Magazines want to interview you. People are, bro, there are people that are so. Let me give you an example. Babyface is huge, big superstar, legacy star. Recently, what happened on a red carpet event? Well, a reporter was talking to Babyface, right? She saw a Gen Z superstar. Do you know how she just in the middle of an interview, you're calling out a current superstar? I mean, do you know how much disrespect that is towards a legacy superstar? But of course, these are Gen Z reporters and these are Gen Z, so no etiquette, no nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Current. People's time spans have become shorter now. You know, people have forgot. But most people don't even know who Babyface is. Well, the current generation don't know who Babyface is, but they'll know Sabrina Carpenter. They will know Tate McRae. They will know Addison Rae. They will know Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I mean? And you won't even know who Lil Kim is. Lil Kim will walk in, you don't even know that. Oh, she's probably MC Light could walk in. You don't even know. Do you know what I'm saying? You're looking at the people that paved the way for these artists, and you're ignoring that person, and you're going for the current stuff because that's what you know. No research. You're not a student of music. So yeah, so Africa. So Tyler's done it for Africa. She's doing it for females. She's putting South Africa on the map. She's putting Africa on the map. She's putting Afro beats on the map. She's putting Amapiano on the map. She's putting Kwaito on the map. She's even putting dancehall music on the map. So I just feel like there's so many positives that Tyler can bring, or Tyler has brung, or brang, brought. Tyler has brought to the global stage that otherwise wouldn't have been. The only thing I wish now is that Tyler can make a song with Vibes Cartel, because now that will truly transcend all genres. Ashwarya Rai is not a singer by nature, right? But if Tyler can link up with Ashwarya Rai, for example, do you know how India, guys, do you know Bollywood is a bigger, it's a mega production than Hollywood is. Guys, you just don't understand that once you break into Hollywood, into Nollywood, if you break into Bollywood, guys, I thought there was a time I thought Brad Pitt and Angelina were the global couple of the world, only to find out that no, there was someone across the pond, across the globe, who were 100 times more bigger in their part of the world than Angelina and and Brad Pitt. And that was Ashwarya Rai and her husband. Dude, there's some people that are way popular, way famous, almost like godlike status that we don't even know of because we live in the English world. There are people in the Arabic world, people in the Indian world, people in the Chinese, Oriental world, people in the French world, people in the Latino world that we don't even know because we just so focus on the English world. That's how it is. Next, we get into the cons of being a mega superstar that Tyler is. People, it does not matter how great you are, how good you are, how reserved you are, how patient you are, you'll always have haters. And Tyler has more than enough of those haters. I mean, trolls will always be there. It's just the way the world works. And you sign up for it, and you got to roll with the punches, right? Tyler, we all know, has been dragged for things in the past because she said she was colored. You can't use the word colored. People are bragging on her, saying, she was supposed to dance with Usher, but she's refusing to dance with Usher. But Usher is a global superstar. She's a nobody. She's a this. Guys, all that is just negativity targeted at the young, successful artist coming up. I mean, her come up was so fast, it was rapid. No one seen it coming. The record label believed in her. They saw her potential. They signed up, they pushed it, and they got more than they bargained for. Now she's everywhere. You cannot deny it. Now, people that think that I'm biased towards Tyler, I want to ask you one simple question. I told you now that Burna Boy, Whiskey, I'm naming you all these big artists, Davido, Shatta Wale, all these guys, Angelica Kidjo, every name starts from yesteryear. Name me one African artist that has made it on the cover of Vogue in the UK, covers of whatever other magazines out there in Europe. But please, just do that, right? Please name me the biggest name in the world that your biggest artist that you think is the biggest artist, Whiskey, Burna Boy, Ada Star, Thames, who else? Any other continental superstar? Name me the biggest names that those people have met, please. And then see if those names compare to the names that Tyler is meeting, have met, is being invited to. Guys, come on. P. Diddy is big, for sure. But P. Diddy is not on. Guys, Tyler is bigger than P. Diddy. You're going to argue with me and say, like, P. Diddy's a producer, he's a rapper, he's worked with so many people, he's done. Get it. I totally understand. P. Diddy's big. I get it. But there are certain doors that even P. Diddy himself couldn't get into simply because of the genre of the music that he makes, because of the scandals that he was involved in, because of the certain things that they just don't allow. Like I was telling you, Chris Brown is bigger than P. Diddy. But because of his thing that he did with Rihanna, there are certain doors he was not allowed to. He cannot break into certain doors. He can't even get into those doors. Can't. So that is what I say to you guys. I don't want to just be talking about Tyler in a almost like in a godly way, But we have to be realistic and say, people, fame is not just you sold so many records or you just won so many awards. No, fame also or success. Let's say success, right? Success is not only awards. Success is not only records sold. Success is also doors that are opening for you. And I can tell you now that Burna Boy has walked through so many doors. Burna Boy has met in the hip hop world probably all of the people in the hip hop world, right? Possibly all the people in the Afrobeats world in Africa. You understand what I mean? There are people. There are business people that don't even, or companies that don't even look at certain genres of music because they're too black to listen to. When I say black, I'm talking about the artist is too dark to talk to. Racism is involved everywhere. The music they make is too black. They don't listen to their music. The only one artist that I can think of that broke all glass ceilings when it came musically was Shabba Ranks. That's the only one I can think of. But even he, Shabba Ranks, he couldn't make it into certain doors because he didn't have that right look. And his music didn't align to that businesses or that magazine's messaging. You understand what I'm saying? But Tyler makes global music. She sings in English, clear English. So she appeals to a mass market. And that's why many doors open for her. Now, music is something that you don't really need to understand as long as it's got a vibe, you feel to it, you're feeling it, you're liking it. Like I was saying, Gangnam Style, we didn't even understand what the guy was saying, but bam, you blew up. Gangnam Style, you don't know what he was saying, but you just like it. Most music is like that. But when you're singing it in English, it opens more doors for you. Even in countries that don't understand English as a first language, but it just has that appeal to it. As if you're singing in dancehall, in raga. You see, like, look at Bad Bunny, for example. Bad Bunny is big in the Latin market. He's huge. Bad Bunny is huge. But now when you come to Africa, it's like, yeah, okay, cool. If you go to Asia, it'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's huge, but yeah, it's not as huge. Same like dancehall artists. I say to you now, Vibes Cartel, Alkaline, Popcorn. Those people are big. Those are huge, mega dancehall superstars in the dancehall genre, right? You don't hear much about them in hip hop. There are young hip hop kids that don't even know who Vibes Cartel is. They don't even know who Alkaline is. But those people are huge, and that's what I'm talking about. The impact that Tyla has crossed over to many genres. That even young girls are now dressing like her, singing like her. School girls are dressing like her, acting like her. Hairstyles, the words, the style, everything. Damn. Let me know what you think about this topic, guys. Was I on the money, or did I totally miss it with this one? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know how we do, right? Holla. Don't forget, we are family after all.